Hi, this is Karen of Snickerdoodle Designs, and I'm here today to show you how to use my pocket scrapping templates that have the drag and drop capability for Photoshop Elements users. Pocket scrapping made putting together scrapbook pages quick and easy, but the drag and drop feature makes it even faster and easier. Let me show you how. This is what a single droplet template looks like, and this is a package of 4 different templates. I have re-released 4 template packages. They used to be called droplet templates, but I found that scrappers weren't used to that name, and so I changed it to pocket scrapping templates to make it easier for you all to find. So let me go ahead and close this out. I'll put a link in the area below so you can find these if you are interested in them. But let's go ahead and see how these work. Now, this feature was released with Photoshop Elements 15, but it actually does work in Photoshop Elements 10 through 14 as well. It works a little differently. There aren't as many editing capabilities such as blend modes, but typically that won't affect you when you're using a pocket scrapping page. Excuse me. Full version Photoshop users can use these templates. They will need to use clipping masks just like they would for any other template. The drag and drop feature is only available in Photoshop Elements 10 and above. So right now, Photoshop Elements 2019 is the current version of Elements, and so I am in Elements 2019 right now. Let's see how these templates go together. So first of all, let me give you a little bit of background information. The layers panel over here on the right might look a little different than you're used to, and that is because the droplets feature works with what is called groups. If you expand this little arrow here, you can see that in this group, frame 1, which is this, we have a mask and text. Now, going into explaining groups and all the things that you can do for groups isn't my intent today. That'll be a tutorial for another day. So all you really need to know is that you can expand them or close them up if you need to look and see what's inside. To actually populate this, all we need to do is click on the text, not the mask itself. If I click on the frame, you see that nothing happens. I'm left clicking on this right now. But if I left click on the text, that signals Adobe to open up my computer structure, and I can go ahead and navigate to wherever I want wherever my photos are, and I can go ahead and choose what photo I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and use this bird, hit place, and you can see that Adobe puts it perfectly in that mask frame. It's perfectly sized, and I don't have to do anything with it. If I do want to do something with it though, I could use these icons to rotate it. Let's rotate it back. I can use this slider to make it larger or smaller. And if I decided I wanted a different photo, I would click on this folder and I could choose another photo, choose place, and it would replace the bird with whatever else I have chosen. And I don't want to do that, so I'm going to hit cancel. Now, the other way that you can get a photo in these is simply by dragging it up from the photo bin. So let's click on this mask to select it to make sure that we're right where we want to be. And I'll just drag this photo up and release it. And again, Adobe populates it perfectly. Now, I think I do want this over a little bit to the right, so I'm going to make sure the photo is highlighted. I'll left click, hold that photo down, and just scoot it over a little bit until I'm happy with it, and then release. Now, if I had had the mask active, it would have moved everything that's in that group. And I think that that could be a nice effect on some other page. I don't want it on this page, so I'm going to hit Control Z to get it right back where I want it. And that's how easy it is. So let's go ahead and finish populating this paper or this page and see how easy and fast it goes together. I think I want that flower turned around, so I'm just going to use those rotation tools. Now we were on, let's see, think I'll put my husband running here. We were in the Galapagos Islands when these photos were taken. It was my husband's birthday, and we decided to go for a walk and to this secluded beach down this path. It was just gorgeous. And when we got to this beautiful cove, there wasn't a single person there. It was just fabulous. So that's how fast it is. Now if I wanted to put a background here, I could click on this and it would open up. I think I'm going to leave it. I like it white like that. And so what I need to do is to move the text. I'll come down here. I'm going to click on the background to find where it is. I'll open up that group and I'm just going to turn off the visibility of the text. Now this particular template has 3 different borders you can choose from. You can turn them all off, not to have any borders, or you can click on whichever pixel width you want. This is a 10 pixel border and I think I'll just leave that right there. And that's all there is to it. Now if you did want to add some text, you could come over here and turn off this frame by clicking the visibility button, grab your text tool, drag out a text box, and then go ahead and add your text. And that's how you would personalize this to make it more suitable for your needs. Now let's go ahead and click over to Photoshop. Now here is the drag and drop template in Photoshop. And again, you see the groups. But also, if you see, if I click on the text, nothing is happening because, as I said before, the drag and drop feature doesn't work in the full version of Photoshop. So I'm going to just close that out. And this is the version of this particular template that you would use in Photoshop. And this is what you would get in the versions 10 through 15 of Photoshop Elements 2. This is exactly what your layers panel would look like. You go ahead and open. Let's go down to place and let's grab the bird again. Here we go. And now that bird is placed on the template, but we're going to have to position it where we want it. Hold down the Alt key, hover our mouse between the photo and the mask, left click to make a grouping mask, Control T to resize that bird a little bit, and now we have it right where we want it. It's not a big deal. It's not time consuming. Most of you are probably used to using masks, but if you have 7 or 8 mask frames that you want to populate, it's a little more time consuming and a little more tedious than just using the drag and drop feature if you have an Elements program. So I hope that answers your questions about the drag and drop feature. I hope they inspire you. I use the drag and drop templates for all of my vacation albums, event albums where there are a lot of pictures and I want to use all of them, but I don't want to scrap all of them. And it just is a quick, fast way to do that. And I know I've used quick and easy in this tutorial tons of times, but for me, those are just the key words when I think of Photoshop scrapping, pocket scrapping or pocket scrapping with the drag and drop feature. So again, I hope you found this inspiring, and please let me know if you do. Leave a comment below. I will also leave a comment on where you can find these templates if you like, as well as a link to my blog where you can find other tutorials. Thanks for watching.